All right. Now let me start off with a question. No? Now, why is it easier to buy an iPhone than a life insurance policy? I think the reason why I started with this particular question is because this is the challenge that most of us financial advisors are facing. No? Now, if you recall your own experience, no, when you first approach your client regarding a conversation on life insurance, malamang marami sa kanila would tell you, Jeff, meron na ako yan eh. Jeff, I'm already overinsured. Jeff, I cannot afford it. There's so many other things so many other reasons that they would say to you. Now, pag binentahan mo naman ng iPhone, most of them would say yes without thinking twice, even though the iPhone is quite an expensive gadget, no? So bakit ba mas madaling mag-decide to buy an iPhone rather than a life insurance policy? Now, siguro naman, no, for most of you who would have an iPhone, no, now getting an iPhone would give you what we call instant gratification. That means pag unbox mo ng iPhone mo, hawak mo sa kamay mo, no, feel mo na agad yung ownership of a very desirable gadget. No? Now, can you say that also for a life insurance product? Now, most of the benefits that we offer would have something to do with what we call delaying gratification. No? Yung mga benefits na yan is something that we would be enjoying in a very uncertain time in the future. Second is that somebody buying an iPhone immediately gets this increase in the upgrade in their social status. Just imagine you are in a party, kasama mga barkada mo, and you're the one with the latest iPhone gadget in your hand. No? Now, lumalabas yan parang meron siyang parang feeling of a little bit of achievement because among the peers that you have, ikaw lang siguro nakaka-afford ng iPhone, so it immediately upgrades your social status. Third is that an iPhone gives very clear benefits. Now, pag hawak mo sa phone, it's very intuitive. Now, yung mga functions niya, mga uses niya would be supplemented by any app that you can get from the App Store. Now, yung bang ating life insurance product is also as clear in the mind of your clients, similar to an iPhone. And lastly, ease of use. No? Now, I've been talking to some clients who have already bought life insurance. And unfortunately, a lot of them are still confused on how a life insurance benefit can be claimed. No? So siguro these are the reasons why medyo nahihirapan po tayo to convince prospect to get a life insurance policy. Now, when the iPhone was launched in 2007, Steve Jobs, in the first Macworld convention that was held in 2007, it was said to be one of the biggest product launch of all time, the most successful product launch of all time. Now, kaya ba naging successful yung iPhone? Is it because it is a great product? Or is it because it has a great story? Right? Now, yung iPhone ba naging one of the most phenomenal gadget ever introduced in the market just because it is a great product or just because it has a great story? No? Para masagot natin yan, let us go back to one of the greatest life insurance salesman in the history of the world. Na pangalan po niya Ben Feldman. Now, the reason why he was considered one of the best life insurance advisor in whole world is because of the amount of the volume of insurance that he was able to sell during his career. No? Imagine $1.5 billion for New York Life, for a career spanning, I think, 20 to 25 years. Now, si Ben Feldman has already passed away, but luckily he was able to pass on to us some of his wisdom. And let me share some of this wisdom with you. First, sabi niya, life insurance is the only investment that takes pennies and guarantees dollars. No? Now, totoo ba to? Diba? Every time we offer a life insurance product to a prospect, hindi naman face amount ang hinihingi natin, kundi premium, di ba? Now, if you compare the absolute amount of the premium relative to the face amount, it's very similar to what asking pennies in return for benefits that can be computed in dollars. Second is that when you walk out, the money walks in. Now, life insurance is time, the time a man might not have. If he needs time, he needs life insurance. I think this is one of the best things about the life insurance policy. Now, imagine somebody who's just starting on this career, fresh graduate, kakagraduate lang niya, new job, right? A young family, may dalang malilit na bata. Now, for a breadwinner like that, I'm sure one of his priority in his life is to ensure yung financial security of his family. But how can he create financial security for his family if he's just earning, let's say, minimum wage, And to supplement his income, siguro he has to do a lot of overtimes, etc., etc. Now, ano ang magiging role ng life insurance sa buhay for this young breadwinner? alam mo naman natin, no, if he would be buying, let's say, a 1 million or even a 5 million policy, just taking out a small portion, no, from his income, immediately he would be able to create what we call an instant estate. No, no other products can do this. No, and lastly, ang sabi niya, if people understood what life insurance does, we wouldn't need salesmen to sell it. People would come knocking on the door, but they don't understand. So yung ating role, no, as financial advisor has a lot of things to do with how we communicate, no, how we articulate yung benefits of a life insurance in a prudent financial plan, no. Yung role of a life insurance, the importance of a life insurance policy in the scheme of a financial security. Now, the reason why narratives are very important, actually, narratives will be a chronology of ideas that leads to a financial literacy insight. No? Now, the reason why we need to focus on this, no, is because life insurance products are intangible. Now, unlike an iPhone that you can touch, no, you can see the color, etc., yung life insurance benefits are simply just promises. No? And second, product benefits are not easily discerned. No? If we don't take time to explain this to clients, no, to prospect, in a very patient and detailed manner, hindi po nila ma-appreciate yung benepisyo of a life insurance policy. Third is that needs are often not articulated. I think this is one of the early lessons I learned in my career as a financial advisor. No? Now, as somebody who knows a little bit about investment management, so syempre yung unang mga calls ko, when I talk to my clients, so I try to, to dazzle them with the extent of my knowledge pagdating sa market, ganyan, physics, etc. But during my first month as an advisor, wala akong benta, zero. Right? Now, the lesson I learned there is that, a prospect will not be buying our product just because we know a lot of things. A prospect would only be buying our product once they know that the things that we offer would be something that would be beneficial to them. So the change in approach that I did was that instead of talking about what I know, I spend more time trying to understand what are the prospects' goals and financial aspiration, and try to find a product that would help them fulfill these goals and aspiration. And lastly, there is a proliferation of products leading to confusion. Alam no, hindi lang naman tayo ang financial advisor in the market. There's a lot other life insurance companies offering a lot of other life insurance products. And for a typical prospect that you would be approaching, and ang situation in their mind, which among these products are the best for me, which among these products are the ones that I should be buying. All right. So the challenge to us is to be able to create what we call a financial advisory narrative. Now, itong narrative na to would be what we use to help a client understand and appreciate the benefits and uses of a life insurance product in the scheme, in the road to financial security. Now, let me just try to simplify this. It's financial advisory narrative would have two major groupings. First, as financial advisors, obviously, we need to have an in-depth understanding on what's happening to our financial environment. Now, this is what we call our economic landscape. If you look at the chart on the left side, now these are the basic guidelines. Number one, we need to be able to explain to the prospect how did we get here insofar as the current financial situation or economic conditions are concerned. And second, we need to be able to create what we call a market insight. A market insight is telling the prospect, where do we see this market going? Okay, going forward, we expect the market to evolve this way, etc. And lastly, when you talk about the market, you need to be able to connect this to the welfare of your clients, right? That the clients can say, can agree to your forecast. The clients may not agree to your forecast, but acting or not acting would have certain consequences on their financial well-being. So papaliwanag dapat natin to, no? Now, having explained the current investment environment, we now go to the advice, no? Now, I think yung number one requirement before we can give advice is that we need to know first the goals and aspiration of our clients, no? I remember one of my mentors sa industry, si Mr. Rex Mendoza, he always used to say na it is a crime to prescribe if he did not do a diagnosis. Na ina-apply niya to sa mga doktor. So yung mga doktor, it's illegal to prescribe a medicine. No? So siguro sa atin, financial advisor, this is also very relevant. Now, it is also, siguro we can use the term illegal to give advice without knowing first yung goals and aspiration ng ating mga kliyente. And then second, we need to be able to provide options, no? No, siguro this is one of the things that we need to understand very, very deeply, no? Kasi as financial advisors, some of us would have that, that habit of, trying to impose on the client on what we think would be the best solution for the client. Remember, advisor lang tayo, no? At the end of the day, the client will decide, hindi po tayo, no? I remember seeing some agents in the past, no, trying to force sell a certain product to a certain client. Talagang pinipilit niya. Ang galing-galing pa niya mag-handle ng objection, ang galing-galing pa niya paikutin yung kliyente, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, is the product really meant, no? Would really help the clients achieve his goals? Right, so dapat may options, no? So let's say the client is setting aside money to fund his retirement, no? I'm sure you would know that there are a lot of ways to prepare for retirement, no? Siguro wag natin yung pilit yung tingin natin ang the best. Rather, it's better that we give the clients options to choose from among several alternatives that we present to him. Now, third is that we need to be explain to the client the pros and cons of acting and not acting, no? So, if you start now, no, the sooner you'd be able to achieve your goal. If you delay this by so many years, no, siguro you would need to put in more money or stuff like that, no? So, ipaliwanag lang po natin. And then lastly, I think this is the most important, no? Now, at this time na sobrang dami na po ng ang ating kompetensya in the market, we need to be able to demonstrate, no, prove to the client that we are their best partner. Okay, dito na po lalabas yung sincerity natin to help, yung ating talagang, sincere heart to be able to help them, no, achieve their goals, no. We need to be able to prove to them, demonstrate to them that we are their best partner in their financial journey.